Who is going to win the Heisman Trophy this year? The top 24, I think, are all quarterbacks at FanDuel right now. So it would be a solid guess any year. This year is no different that a quarterback will win this thing. Dylan Gabriel right now is the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. And if you're not watching on YouTube, let me just quickly read you the list here. It's Dylan Gabriel, it's Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, Will Howard, Nico Iamaleava at Tennessee's there at 5 or 6. Jalen Milroe's there, Dart's there, Nussmeier, Ward, Connor Wigman. So it's a bunch of quarterbacks, a whole lot of SEC and Big Ten there. Which one of those guys is going to win it? Did I read the Heisman Trophy winner there? Will Riley Leonard come out of nowhere, for example? We went to slide 2 here. Avery Johnson at Kansas State, little ways down the list. DJU, maybe he blows it up at Florida State. 2 names stand out to me. Colin, if you're listening back in Nashville, I miss you, by the way. If you're listening back in Nashville, could you do me a favor? Could you go back to the first slide right quick? Because I did want to talk to you about a couple of guys. The first one is Jackson Dart. So Jackson Dart is sitting there 7th in the odds market. Picture this with me. If it's a normal Ole Miss season, forget about it. If it's a special Ole Miss season, they'll be one of the stories in college football this year. If they're playing relevant football late in November, if they're in the SEC championship, or even if they're not, but they're in the playoff, Jackson Dart's had a big year. And that receiving room has gone crazy. And it may very well be that, sentiment is on his side. I mean, think about how long it's been since we talked about Ole Miss and that kind of breadth. And if they are to fulfill on that, so if they hit their max top-end potential, it's not because defense carried them. Like, if Ohio State wins this year, there's no guarantee Will Howard did anything Heisman-worthy. If Ole Miss wins this year, there is almost certainty that Jackson Dart did something Heisman-worthy. So I think about him, and then you can take everything I just said, and you can pretty much copy and paste it for Miami. If Miami has an 8-win season, forget about it. Forget about Cam Ward. If Miami is in the ACC championship game, if Miami is a fringe playoff contender or they're in the college football playoff, by default, it means that Cam Ward blew up in Coral Gables this year. And so same thing. If Miami's back and Cam Ward's the reason why, and you know good and well that dude can put up huge numbers. He's got 7,000 passing yards last 2 years, and this could be the best year he's had. And they're going to feature him because they invested a lot in him. They don't invest in guys like that to hide them. If they're there at the end of the race, Cam Ward's been a big reason why. And so he's sitting down there like 9th or 10th in the odds. Well, those are 2 guys I've circled. I've already put some money on Cam Ward. I've put a little bit on Jackson Dart too. So if you're asking me who I've bet on those 2 guys. I have not put money on anyone else. That doesn't mean I'd favor them. If I opened up Pate State Sportsbook right now, I myself wouldn't favor them. But there's a difference in where you find value versus who you literally think should be number 1, 2, 3. I'd be very interested, by the way, in the comments section. Who do you guys think is your Heisman winner this year?